Hey everybody, and welcome back to Stay Colorful. For those of you that know me, my name is Jonathan the Painter. And for most of you that don't know me, my name is still Jonathan the Painter. This is a few minutes each day, week, month that we're going to take to really highlight the importance of art and creativity for our mental health, and I think for focusing on maintaining focus on the positive things, the gratitude in the world. And so acknowledging that art can be fun, super fun, and healing, and empowering. I think all three things. And even recording these videos for me, I think I mentioned this in the last video, don't love recording myself, but I do love painting. And going through the process of painting really disconnects my anxiety and reestablishes just the joy and just the reason why I started painting in the first place. I promised my dad I would stay positive when he was diagnosed with late-stage cancer. I picked the brush up and I never put it down. And I don't use expensive brushes. I use, dollar brushes. I use whatever I can really find. I am venturing into actually establishing myself as knowing what I want to use and what I want to do. But I use these Winsor & Newton paints or whatever is available, and just kind of whatever brushes, 3/4 inch, 1/2 inch, some, depending on what size canvas I'm using. I like to fill things up quick. And so last episode, we did Calm, and we made this. And it made me really relaxed and happy. We used 3 colors, the Opera Rose, and the Cerulean Blue, and the Titanium White. And we just mixed them right on the canvas, and it was really calming. And I think we have some plans for that painting. I think maybe the next episode or two, I got some ideas percolating that would be fun. But maybe let's do another mantra painting, where we express something on the canvas, get it out of our system, and then expand on it, right? So let's take 3 colors again. I like this pick 3 colors. Seems like nature's usually odd numbers and odd. So cadmium yellow, maybe we'll go with, and this permanent green light. These are nice together. And I think let's switch it up and let's go gold. I love gold. I love gold and silver. I love painting with gold and silver. Sometimes I use it at the very beginning when I'm trying to sketch like an idea out, or if I'm doing an athlete or a sports player or something like that. And it's like, well, where are they? What's their position going to be? Is it a hurdler? Is it a basketball player? So I use the gold and the silver just to kind of, sketch in, where things should go compositionally. So I really like it. So let's highlight it here in this painting too. So let's see, what word do we want to use? I think we did something really calming that last one. Maybe let's start with a G. Can't do long words because then I have to spell long words. That can be a little daunting. And then an R. All right, this will work. How about an O? Oh, we gotta work the gold in here too. This kind of sets up our palette, which is nice. And as you could tell, gives us a nice kind of inspiring springboard. It was the last one I was saying that I should look it up. I'm gonna say it was Picasso. It was Picasso. Much more positive of a mindset of a painter, I think. Just because it's so well established and successful in his career. But he said the hardest thing to do, he said when I was a kid, I learned how to paint like an adult. And when I was an adult, I had to learn how to paint like a kid. That's a great phrase. That's something to explore maybe in its own little 10-minute segment. But he also said the hardest thing to do is the first line on a canvas. And so when we put these words down like grow, I think that it breaks up that overwhelming, looming, just kind of like pressure to do something really good, and so now it's like, oh, well, grow. I mean, now we could underline it a few times. I could put some squigglies in because it's growing. Maybe we want it to be a little more organic. Maybe this wants to be, I think it's going to be, maybe like become a plant or something that has vegetation or flowers or something like that. And so here we are again. We have our word, grow. Step back for a minute. And we're going to build off of this. And again, this is going to be pretty straightforward. We're using our simple brush, simple paints. Maybe we'll add some yellow here. It is nice I kind of feel like white should be a wild card just to help us mix a little bit. So we'll add some more green in. And you don't even have to overdo it. You don't need a lot of color. You know, really, it mixes and blends really quickly. So we have enough yellow, I think. We have enough green. I'm going to add a bit of gold. Whoop, there. And maybe a dot here, and a dot here, and a dot here. And then maybe I'm going to add a little white, just to see. I think it's going to help break things up. And white, oh, it's got the blue in it too. So, because I put it right on the canvas, sometimes I pick up colors. So it's kind of nice because, again, it makes each one unique and fun. And it makes it a challenge, but in a good way. Because you can't mess this up. We could just paint over it. If we don't like it, my favorite paintings, I've said this before, I say it again, all of my favorite paintings have been something that I haven't liked, I've flipped upside down, and I've painted over. So now, I'm going to start this, but now when I kind of not feeling like I'm in the flow with the painting, or I've spent a lot of time on something and it's not quite there, like, you know what, this might be the base or the foundation for my next favorite painting. And that's happened before. So then the last time I'm going to pick the white up kind of first a little bit, and then just kind of bring the colors all in. You can't go wrong. It's 3 colors. It's mixing together. This is it's quite yellow, which is nice. It's very warm. Yellow's a very warm color. Blue's a very cool color. So it's kind of nice to bring them all together. But it's also nice to see how they showcase their own properties on their own really nicely. I mean, and complementary. I think I might even need some more paint. Oh, the green's filling that up nice, though. This is feeling very organic, and I feel like positive and bright. And it definitely has more of this landscape feel than this last one we did, which had this, with all the cool blues and that little highlight of pink in that last one, it had this sunset, sunrise feel. And this is like, talking about, Van Gogh, this is maybe like a field in Arles or outside of Paris in France or something like that, or maybe this is the Midwest. Really could be anywhere in your mind. And again, just like the last one we did, the more you work with it, the more it'll sort of blend, and the more it gets a little bit more consistent. And that can be really relaxing. Honestly, just going back and forth, just this motion, back and forth, back and forth. And look at what's happening. These beautiful colors are mixing. We're creating a really wonderful background for something or nothing. I'm not quite sure. This could also just, I could see this. This doesn't need much else on it. This started off just with the word grow. And now look what it's grown into. So you could do this. That's the whole point. I want to demystify it. I want you to see that I have fun doing it. I want you to see that it helps diffuse my anxiety, and it helps kind of refocus my appreciation for the colorful things, the positive things in life. It really gives me the gratitude that how lucky we are for every moment, every precious moment, for the people around us. It really highlights what's wonderful about what we all have. And I think it's so easy to lose track of that, especially in this day and age. I am certainly on that wavelength of just trying to maintain not just positivity. Really just trying to maintain sanity, for lack of a better way to put it. But I think when you actually get back to that baseline and reground, and that's what this does for me, and you start to grow from there, and then it's not just about maintaining the sanity, it's about realizing that you're connected with everything else in all the ways that you want to be. And all the goodness of the world really starts to come through in that way. And it's just a matter of perspective. My My dad would say when he was going through his cancer treatment, he'd say, you can't control the storm that rolls in, but what you learn how to do is adjust your sails. And so I'd like to think that when I paint these, when I write the word grow, when I write the word calm, and create, these different sensations really quickly, that you see how relaxing it is for me to do this. And you see that when I'm talking about the positivity in the world, that it comes from these places of being able to reground myself. And I encourage you to get out there and do the same. And it could be picking up a brush, like me. It could be picking up a book, taking a walk. It could be holding the door for somebody. You're going to get out of life what you put into it. And so you might as well put some really colorful, fun, healing, inspiring stories in the mix while we're at it. And on that note, my mom said, in the last video, why didn't you talk about your little book on Amazon? So I have a book on Amazon, Stay Colorful. Interactive art inspired by my dad and his cancer journey. It's got a lot of different paintings and stories. It's really what my dad talked about when he was going through everything. It really helped me get through it then, and it helps me get through it now. And you could scan all the paintings with this app called Active Art that I made. It's very cool. It's free. It's on the App Store. And it's going to be a springboard into a lot of other things that I'm trying to do. But ultimately, it's just a way of being able to grow, connect with the world around me, and just be inspired by all of the things and all of the people that have helped me get to the point that I am. So thanks for everybody watching this. Don't forget to pick up your brush. Don't forget to stay colorful. And don't forget to tune in, because I'll see you the next time. Cheers.